Welcome to the Riff Raft.
Welcome aboard, everyone. My name is Brandon.
And I'm John. What are we watching today, Brando?
We're watching Hands of a Stranger, something that my parents told me to keep an eye out for as a child.
This is what they were talking about.
Stranger Hands, people.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you're young, Stranger Hands when you're adult becomes a whole new thing, and you get experimental, and you just do you. So, what do you know about Hands of a Stranger, John?
It sounds like a fantastic early 60s B movie. Guy gets his hands replaced and goes crazy.
Spoilers! Oh! Well, great. Now we know what's going to happen, everyone.
Oh, no. Now you're going to be dissatisfied by having the fantastic plot spoiled.
Don't put words into our viewers' mouths, John.
I'll put whatever I want into our viewers' mouths.
Like, share, and subscribe. Ready to do this?
Yeah, let's get into it.
So this one is public domain. You're not going to have to sync anything, but John and I are still doing this remotely because we are living in horrible, horrible times. So the 3, 2, 1's just for us, and sit back and enjoy the riffage.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go.
I did it. I had less scrotum.
Hooray!
Ole! No one needs more scrotum unless you're into that sort of thing. All right, Glenwood, Nivea.
That's not a proper system for getting rid of rainwater. You can understand why the music's so ominous. They're going to have foundational issues in that building. Want to turn a light on, Bob?
Oh, damn! Look at that car slowly approach him. Whoa!
Right in the hat.
Alright, where is it?
Where is that Costco membership card?
They always keister it, man.
Gotta get up there deep. Pull out the long rubber glove.
For a second, I thought they were going to roll over his head. Two lovers drawn apart from a traffic pole.
Oh, it's those hands. Those are the stranger's hands. I get it.
I mean, he is a stranger.
Who is this guy that was just shot? I don't know. Stranger.
It would be great if this was the end of the film. I mean, they delivered. We promised stranger in hands. We got it.
Wow, that's a pretty luxurious ambulance.
What do you think that was?
Looked like blood.
Whoa!
Whoa. We're doing medicine. Zoom in on his knee.
Are they gonna... Oh, it's a hand! It's the stranger's hand again.
Oh, man. What?
Blowing your mind too, huh? As it should.
It's amazing how much that ambulance also resembles a hearse.
And an operating room.
Keep massaging.
Lower. That's the spot.
Slower. All right.
More adrenaline.
Faster.
Cardiac music.
Tell me I'm a dirty boy.
Dirty boy.
Go ahead, Gil, if you need to practice.
Oh, wait.
It can't always work, Gil. There's got to be death for everyone sometime. Why?
That's how life works? People die? You're a surgeon, right?
Is that guy drinking a beer in a paper bag?
I think he's eating a beer out of a paper bag.
That's a long time to take when you die.
It took 9 months on the other end.
As one dedicated man to another, there are a few questions I want to ask you.
No, he's a
That's
dedicated
right, local
man.
office of bullets and bodies. What can you tell me?
Only that a few ounces of lead just destroyed 3,000 years of medical research.
Please, Doctor, I saw your little outburst of perfectionism in there, and I'm sure you have several million words on the ideals and objectives of medical science, but all I'd like to know is what happened so I can start an accurate report.
Body will be in the morgue tomorrow. Why bother me?
I find
Have
it
a swig of my burrito.
details as possible. Their minds have become colored by the calmness and the simplest, born of time. It's the kind of attitude that's raised me to lieutenant, made my wife and children very proud of me.
There's nothing I
Of
can
you?
contribute here.
No, that's not good.
Oh, come now, Doctor. As assistant chief of surgery in a hospital of this size, a man of your age, you must have more than average ability and powers of observation. There were 3 .38 caliber bullets, weren't there?
Yes.
What was the specific cause of death? 3 bullets.
Bullets.
Yes.
You're not police, are you?
Way in your present state of mind.
Acute hemorrhage complicated by lung and spinal damage. The bullet shattered ribs, entering from the back, penetrating the lung, and exiting just to the right of the sternum, all right?
Indicating a tight little pattern of rapid fire at a slight upward angle. Our murderer could have been a short man standing or any kind of man sitting. Would it be your habit to sit on the curb at 8 or 8:30 on a night this cold?
Hardly.
The fresh tire marks we found do associate then.
I see you pinning on captain's bars already.
Anything else?
No. Now, if you'll excuse me.
He's been munching on that bag forever. That's a lot of nuts!
Unusual, considering the extent of damage. But while we were getting ready for surgery, Ken told me they almost had to pry his hands from the lamppost. When I was operating, I noticed them too. Powerful hands, yet sensitive at the same time. They never relaxed, even while he was still alive and unconscious.
Well, that's the type of thing I might never have realized. Could tell us a great deal about him. Hands. Amazing things when you think about it.
What?
A genius device of flesh and bone that can paint a beautiful picture, control a scalpel, press a trigger. And perhaps the delicately lined
Hands.
of those hands themselves.
I don't think that's
may
normally
tell me
how
all
you
I wanna know.
arrange that, is it?
If you want the nips to pop. Look, that tree looks like a hand.
Oh, a strange hand?
Anyone else sick of the hand references after less than 10 minutes of this movie?
I think all those
Because I
people in the
sure am.
audience were. All of them.
Why aren't they throwing shoes at him or something?
It was a more restrained and civilized age. They'll beat him up in the parking lot later.
Ah, classic America.
We don't appreciate your classical piano tinklings. Time to die.
He knew what he was getting into playing in Missouri.
That cameraman is drunk. As is that one. Play some Zeppelin!
Highway to Hell!
Play Inagata Davida!
Piano Man! Boo! Sorry. It's just he's playing the piano.
I'm imagining a crowd that's booing both this guy and the guy that suggested Piano Man.
Oh, yeah, they would definitely be doing that.
Thank you. May I please have some lights? Ah! My pasty skin! Oh, it's his parents, Thomas and Martha Wayne.
Is this movie about to get crappy? Was this made by DC, John?
Some fellow named Zack Snyder.
Congratulations. I wasn't sure. During that last encore, 15 years of work, practice, and hope came into complete focus. I know that tonight's the beginning. There's nothing can't be done now.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call you an amateur during these last 6 years.
Shut your smug
Any
mouth.
minute now, the thundering herd is coming through that door to lift you on their shoulders. I still have to get some details straight with you about the New York concert and recordings before I make that 12:30 play.
And yes, I am a robot.
Let my ego feed off the crowd. Tina, I want you to go ahead to the party with the others. I'll join you as soon as George and I are through.
George do good, George do good.
George get a George treat? Yes.
Lucky piano.
Oh,
Lucky
man,
me.
look at him frickin' fringe that
I'm
eye.
jealous of you both, you know.
He's
I
getting
want
his
to be
tongue
so
in there
much
deep.
this magnificent man.
Wouldn't that be a little like playing the same composition over and over? Beautiful, perhaps, but monotonous?
You're not only brilliant, you're obscene. I'll forgive you only if you promise to keep me very close to you all of this exciting night.
I want you to go ahead to the party with Dean and the others. George and I have business first.
Oh, you're hard to love sometimes.
He is imprinting on her successfully. Yes,
I
the
know
breeding
all
will
of this
commence.
makes me very happy, but when does your life begin?
When do I trade in my brother and his piano on babies and things?
Something like that.
When he doesn't need me anymore, I guess.
I think it's time. He's old enough, successful enough. He certainly always seems to have plenty of women around him.
Implying
That's
a
why I
scandalous
like him.
relationship between me and my brother.
I pick
Well.
up his scraps.
Mm.
You see those soft gray gloves he always wears before and after he plays? Remember the time you kidded him about them? Said they were a great publicity gimmick and you wished you'd thought of them first. I think that's the only time I ever saw him angry at you. He needs those gloves. They protect his hands from the cold.
I've never
Help keep his
forgot.
fingers completely flexible when he
How
plays.
pissed he looks at me.
It may be psychological, but it's a part of his greatness with music. Everything's a part of it. You're his gray gloves of the business world, and
And you're his gray gloves against loneliness.
for the time being. A great many women love the dramatic concept of Vernon Paris at a Saturday night concert and the parties that go after. It's amazing how few of them are willing to wait and fight through the hours of practice and insecurity that make each Saturday night possible.
Dina,
Are you
I don't
talking?
think he's that dedicated.
Oh, but he is. You should know. He's the most selfish man in the world when it comes to his concept of the creation of beauty. He pours everything into it. It's the source of his greatness and of his loneliness.
No, he is amazing. We're talking about the writer of this script, right?
What a guy. You seen the dong on him?
We're outside the theater. You're the guy with the piano.
That's right.
Boy, my kid sure loves music.
Really?
Yeah, and practices all the time. He'd really like to meet you.
Well, bring him around next time.
You tell him who's number one in this town. Me!
Okay, Mr. Paris. Maybe sometime you could even hear him play.
Maybe. How old is he?
10.
I like
Don't
how
think
there's
he's a
different scenes
He's
going
the
on
best
in the
shortstop on the
background
school
depending
team.
on who you're
I
looking
play the
at.
piano, and I don't think I'm...
You know what I mean.
Yes, I know. 10-year-old boys just don't, usually.
It's something his mother always wanted.
So are they in different cars? Still able to talk to each
She
other?
died 4 years ago.
Maybe he's in a sidecar.
And I found this teacher who'd come give lessons at night.
You know, a sidecar that's attached from like 9 or 10 feet from like the base of the actual car.
That was the thing in the 60s, because when they developed the sidecar technology, they originally just welded another car onto the side of your car.
Even the bad notes.
And you drove two of them with a puppeteering frame like Michael Jackson has with those Michael Jackson
Let me
dummies.
teach him the creation of beauty is something you can never lose.
That or you just
Once
create a
teach it with you all
sidecar
your
that's
life.
good 9 feet away
I
from
think
the
he knows
other
it
one
already.
and drive someone into their
I gotta hope it makes him
death.
amount to something more than...
Alright, let's not get ridiculous.
He's got the fight, too.
You tell him most people waste time with meaningless fights.
Oh
Only
my
thing he needs to do is have the
god.
underneath of beauty. That's the only thing he'll ever have to fight.
I never thought about it like that. Yeah. Hey, I want you to see a picture of my kid. I've got it right here. Look out!
Wow, this movie is more realistic than Taxi Driver. At least when he wasn't paying attention to the
I
road, he
don't see
like
any other
ran
way.
into things.
Get him ready.
De Niro got away with murder in that movie.
What are you going to do?
Haha, but
You're not supposed to be in here. Regulations be damned. What are you going to do?
All right, Mr. Britton. You have a right to know. I'm going to amputate what's left of his hands.
You're mad. This man is Vernon Parrish. You can't cut off his hands.
He no longer has anything left that resembles hands.
You're wrong. You've got to be wrong. I was at the accident. I saw them. They were cut,
His hands.
bleeding, bent, yes, but my God, they were still hands.
You're overlooking a basic
yeah, but I
fact.
fucked up the surgery a lot, so they're in real bad shape now.
Torn, bloodstained, but still with a semblance of shape. That's what you saw.
Those were meat ribbon fingers you saw.
You know, to do this to a man like that, it'd be better just to drive your scalpel through his heart. Simpler for you, same result for him. Without his hands, Vernon Parrish would be dead. Tell me, Doctor, what would your reaction be if suddenly you were to find yourself without either one of these?
Well, I'd operate with my feet. I've trained myself how to do so.
Now, let's
I don't know, that
pretend they are your hands. What
become
would you
Doctor
do?
Strange. You know?
Well,
Both
Yes.
options pretty good.
there's only one possibility. The
I
eye
become
begins to sweat
Sorcerer
almost
Supreme.
tofu.
Almost, as opposed to something that's already definite.
Uh-oh.
This surgery
I
where
wouldn't
they
listen
have
to
his
you,
arms
Frank.
way up there is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's to
Couldn't
get the
be anything
teats
else
out,
under these
man.
circumstances, could it? You've got to get permission first. There's no time. Well, perhaps it was lucky for all of us that you were just behind him in the crash. We're going to try something radical. I don't know if you're going to like it.
It doesn't matter as long as you save his hands.
Nothing will save.
I mean, his brain and his penis are going to go out the window, but the hands will be fine.
Perfect. I said hands.
Just the
Some years ago,
hands.
people would have
Make sure
called
the
me crazy
hands
if you
work.
told them that you could take part of one human eye and place it in another. Yet today, a corneal transplant is a standard operation. It gives renewed sight.
Yes, I know, but hands are different.
A different part of the same human body.
But this is
Surgical
not a
scientists in every
doctor.
country all over the world are dedicated to the future truth that human life one day might
Hands,
be extended
eyes,
indefinitely
same thing.
by the replacement of defective or worn out.
I've replaced many eyes with hands.
Right now, such a principle is the only one that will save the musical talent of your friend.
But muscles, nerves, how do you know them?
I've already
Oh.
told you we don't know. Now, do we go ahead or not?
Prepare the long rubber glove.
No, I want you here. stick your neck out?
Maybe.
I've pulled you in on a lot of operations, made you watch and study, deliberately made you accept a crash program of training because you have the mind and heart of a great surgeon. I want you to be ready sooner.
Sir, do I have a name yet? No? Okay.
I'm grateful, Gil.
Does he not know that he's his intern, or?
Pay closer attention tonight than ever.
Tonight's the night I tell you I've been fucking with you for the last 3 months.
Now back to making my sandwiches.
Possible in surgery may become a reality.
And also doing surgery, probably.
Sometimes Daddy doesn't want to come into work.
Stand opposite me at the table.
Gil.
Yeah?
I don't think you're asking me to stick my neck out.
No?
No. I think you fully expect this to work.
Okay. Glad you're tracking.
Keep them as close to the surface as possible. I want maximum response in the muscles and nerves.
Imagine if you had to have this pep talk with every one of your surgeries. Like, I know you had a rough night, but you know this guy could die, so let's just kind of pull together and, you know, we'll go out for TGI Fridays later tonight.
Go get some chicken poppers.
Wait, is the patient holding his own, Oh. John, that's why the hands were like that. Not because of the nipples at all.
No way!
I know, it wasn't because of your asinine, you know, reasoning.
Brandon, you're fired! Get out!
Why? My God, why? What right have they got to do a thing like that? Not to Vernon, not his hand.
Dina, you've got to understand.
I understand you're trying to make me believe a nightmare.
What's up, guys? Your brother's dead. Nah, just kidding. But seriously, your brother's dead.
I can only tell you that surgically everything went as planned.
Surgically, everything went as planned.
Dina
Don't
Paris,
you copy
Dr.
me.
Harding.
Sorry we have to meet under these circumstances.
I'm sorry we have to meet at all.
I know how you must feel about his loss.
You
And I know
pretend to
about my
understand
smell.
what a pair of hands means to a man like my brother.
I think a surgeon is aware of the importance of the human hand in all its aspects.
Well, perhaps there's one you've overlooked. You think you understand the human hand? I'll teach you more than you ever thought you knew about. You're not a doctor.
Oh, she's gonna teach him something about the human hand.
You crazy bastard! I must be having a nightmare. I know I'll wake up. I've got to.
I've transplanted other hands, yes. Done in order to save his talent, not destroy
Never
it.
successfully, and mostly on the
I cut
monkeys,
from the
but
ends of
yes.
His arms no longer resembled hands.
A lie! It's got to be a lie! You needed some kind of a guinea pig for your insane experiments!
Miss Paris, what we did in that operating room just now could end all our careers. If you want vengeance, you can have it very easily because we didn't get your approval.
How's that good
But if
news?
you choose that vengeance, you may
What we
set off
did
the
in there
chain of
was
emotional
super
reaction in your
illegal.
brother that'll guarantee failure. Guarantee that he'll never have hands.
You cannot turn my brother into some kind of a freak two-headed dog just for the sake of science!
Sure I can! Smack, smack.
Something you have
And technically, we put 2 extra heads on him, so he has
I
3
don't
now.
think she'll understand any other way.
He is an abomination incapable of deserving love.
But at least we stack the heads on top of each other, so it kind of looks like a totem pole. That's fun.
We wanted to piss off the Native Americans. And I believe that we have succeeded.
Please.
Behold, Totor!
This is my brother now?
Just 2 hands. The dramatic reveal.
Yes.
Ah!
That's them. I'd recognize those hands anywhere.
I saw them before the operation.
genius that flowed through these hands is no more. But his basic genius remains.
In the
A great
hands.
deal of luck will have made it possible for him to...
Now we will consume them to take his power.
You must have faith.
Is it faith, Doctor? Or just ego as far as your particular talent is concerned?
Tonight, four
little of
people did
both.
everything in their power to help your brother. I appreciate your feeling of personal tragedy, but I think you've wallowed in it long enough at my expense.
Listen, Doctor, I realize you've been through a great deal tonight, but I don't think you...
Well, I do think. From now on, the only thing that's important is
I
the
do
absolute
think.
cooperation of everyone involved in this man's life. Cooperation that'll create the proper recovery state of mind for him.
Your attitude is a very crude one, Doctor.
Maybe we ought to wait.
No, George. This man who's taken such sudden control of Vernon's life, I want to know what he expects to do. And I want to know whose hands he put on my brother's arm. Can you answer that?
No, I can't. There's no precedent for what we've done. No published catalog of spare parts to choose from at the local deep freeze.
And you know nothing about the other man at all.
Coincidence placed him on that table 2 hours before your brother's accident. He had powerful hands, that's all we have to know.
That's all.
If you're concerned with the possibility that he might have been some kind of madman, let me assure you that psychotic tendencies don't transfer themselves mystically to the physical extremities after death.
You know that for a fact?
No, I don't. I don't even know about Mother Goose.
Wow, if the orchestra would shut the hell up, maybe we could hear what they were saying.
And there's just a bunch of yelling between dumb people over some severed hands.
Hands! Hands, hands! Hands, 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 hands! Hands!
It's gonna be okay, buddy.
A
Just
personal loss for us. A terrible
breath.
responsibility for you. We'll be back in the morning.
The man has been fingerprinted. A complete check will be run, I assure you.
When can we see him?
Not for a week. He's under heavy sedation and additional radiation treatments. It's a
what?
critical period for his body's acceptance of the hands.
Can't we even see him?
We're radiating the hell out of your
If
dude.
you can.
No particular
When you do
reason.
see him, it's vital that
We
you
just want
believe
him to
he's
die
only in
earlier.
simple
So I
emergency
guess that the
surgery.
particular reason
I've
is
got to have at
death.
least 6 weeks. before
Some
the
of us
final
think he might
bandage
turn
is
into
on.
some sort of Godzilla-type monster, but I'm not holding
It
out
won't
hope.
be long before his body gives us the answer.
The safe bet is some
What we
Hulk-type
do as far as
monster,
his mind is
in my
concerned.
opinion.
We're also injecting him with all kinds of special, weird serums we whipped up.
We're hoping for a Captain America Hulk, but
Also, one of the guys put all of his lunch into his chocolate milk container and swished it up and made him drink it. It was hilarious.
he's both terrifying and stupid. It's great.
You know, Doctor, I'm one of those people who believes that our department renders a definite service to the safety and welfare of the community. Just as
No,
you do.
wrinkly that fucker is. Like his.
I'm sure you observe certain regulations.
The suit
that
on
make
the
your work
left.
more orderly, more effective. Am I all correct?
Looks like he slept in a
Jim.
doghouse.
Well, now say
It's
the
like
word.
his suit is
For instance,
pruning.
when we have a homicide to contend with, and we receive a body at
Looks
the
like
morgue.
his suit is made
there's
out of
reasonable
burlap.
expect that we'll receive all of it.
Mhm.
That's not a suit, that's a potato sack with lapels.
Respect for a man like you.
This man
On the
shouldn't
other
be
hand,
respected.
I suspect you of some premeditated diddling on the hillside. Mind you, I've said nothing about this at the department because I'm sure you have a totally worthy explanation. So, exactly what have you done with those hands?
Why aren't they sitting in the chair that I can see?
Nice to know you're sympathetic to my needs, but you know this
question.
isn't enough.
What if I told you it had to be enough? For now.
Doctor, when I was in college, one of my best friends was a medical student, so one night he stole into the laboratory and removed part of a cadaver, which he then utilized to produce a therapeutic effect on a timorous young lady at a beer party. Surely you've progressed beyond this.
You
Inspector,
scared someone with a
let's pretend
corpse?
it's the past. Say 2 months prior to the time this technique of identification was established.
And big words can
When you
cover
came
up
to
a lot
me,
of the
you said that you were on the
horribleness
verge
that
of a
someone's trying
discovery
to
that would
tell you.
greatly advance the profession and mankind as a result. Yet for definite reasons, you needed those last 2 months in order to prove it. Do you expect me to block you or to interfere?
Very good analogy. I'm sorry you thought of it.
Well,
It's Fortunate for you that I seem to sense a certain quality of honesty and greatness. Otherwise, I'd pull you in right now.
Will you go along with me for that long? With the promise you'll be given the complete story the second it's possible? You have enough on this chart for a full preliminary check.
Well, you're complicating things for me at the department. I suppose I can create an acceptable story. I suppose I'm as idealistic as you in many ways. I'm sure my wife and children would support me in that up to a point. For everyone's sake. Let's hope we don't pass that point.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Holy crap. His hand was that far down?
Moment of true consciousness. Please let me handle explanations.
I think they attached a little too much forearm.
Any indication of seriousness.
His legs are now his arms now.
Wake up, bitch! We need you to play the piano!
Mr. Paris, you have visitors. Mr. Paris?
Alright, which Twilight Zone episode is this? You have to tell me.
My hands.
You're going to be perfectly all right.
What's happened to my hands?
There was a traffic accident. Some of your fingers were broken. You're going to be all right.
The cab. That fool driver. Why are my hands like this?
We knew who you were, what your hands meant to you. We've immobilized them so the fingers will mend perfectly.
It has to be in New York. Concert. Recordings.
I postponed them until you're well again.
You will play again, Vernon. You will.
Why were his fingers so well known?
I'm not lying, darling. Dr. Harding did a beautiful job. Your hands will be perfect.
Doctor Harding?
You guys, can I not sleep in this position? It's really
Perfect,
uncomfortable.
Dr. Harding. In your terms or in mine?
In yours. In just a few weeks, you'll have full flexibility again. Full timing.
Why did it have to happen to my hands?
You're lucky it was only this. Glass was shattered from every window of the cab. You can see to play. And you will play. All you need is that belief. And some patience.
Cut.
Not very aesthetic.
No one knows what's going.
Might make an unusual shot for our next poster.
You're going to be all right, Vernon.
Does Eileen know about this?
I don't know.
Thank you. But she was at the party. Isn't that where they notified you?
Yes.
Well, it's all right. My little dramatic butterfly wouldn't like it here very much.
Huh?
No bright lights, mink stoles. You don't serve martinis, do you, Doctor?
Not for the time being.
Well, I guess she'll be around again when things aren't so stark and sterile.
It'll be a month before we can remove the bandages. You can go home in a week. I think you'll be more comfortable there.
Home. Where I can stare at the piano. Wonder how long it's going to be, and how good it'll ever be again.
So you can stare at it. Remind yourself to be patient. To fight for something that's important.
What an ass doctor. I know you can't play the piano, you little crybaby.
Perfect fusion on both.
You've done it, Gil.
Not yet. All we know is that his body's accepted the hands. We don't know how they're going to function.
The body has accepted the hands.
Do you realize what that means?
It only means we've taken a step, Ken. That's not enough.
Not enough. Gil, even if the rest fails, if the nerve and muscle connections don't work...
It must work.
But you can't hope for too much.
Why not? It's the only way we have the courage to
I can
take the
hope
next
things
step.
into existence, right?
Don't you tell me what I can and cannot hope.
why I've called you in here. I've waited longer than I planned, to be sure. Now, I'm going over to remove the bandages and make the first reflex test. I want you all there because you helped make it possible. Also, I think you'll need all the moral support we can give him.
Also, I think we're way too close right now.
This may not be pleasant, so if any of you don't want to come, say so. Russ? Kenny?
Did I ever tell you I couldn't stand the sight of blood?
Let's see if our dream is a realistic one. If it's possible to recreate beauty out of chaos.
Well, here's the first problem. You put the hand on upside down.
That'd be weird. Big, muscly, meaty
Push the lamp back a little. We don't need that much. I hope you don't mind an audience. Russ, Ken, and Holly all helped the night of the accident.
I'm used to audiences. Glad to have one again after so long. These weeks of waiting haven't been easy, but if it ends well, I'll be grateful to all of you.
I put the tube in your butt.
After 7 weeks, yes, I'm ready.
You must do one thing for me. I ask you not to question it. I want you to close your eyes and keep them closed. So I tell you. That shouldn't be so hard. Only a few more minutes after 7 weeks.
I guess.
Apparently dramatics aren't limited to the stage.
Okay, get the handsaw.
Oh! No hand scissor, John. Ow! Ow! Ow, 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 oh, nope, that definitely, into flesh, into flesh, into flesh! Ah! My God! Please! Someone!
That's all part of the healing process.
Oh, he's got Trump fingers.
Ah!
Ah! Ah!
You didn't learn it all from the first one!
A second time! And slower! Oh. Oh my God. It wasn't worth it, I've got Trump hands!
Now, I'm going to touch the fingers of your hand.
Don't touch me.
Each time when you feel the touch, I want you to move that finger.
He's gonna touch it with a knife?
Stab, stab, stab! Crunch! Yes, I feel it! Ow! Not like a stick or a feather or anything other
his
than
own
a
finger.
Scalpel. I mean, he's using the dull side of it, but still.
He's still using the point.
I mean, kind of. Holy shit! Now he might be. Kill it! We got the thumb wrong on the left hand, guys.
Who else is glad that we get to watch every single finger in this reflex test?
For everyone out there that's had a concussion, you know what this is like.
Oh, we're in the overtime round.
And now we kill him.
Before you open your eyes, I'm going to tell you one thing. I want you to remember it. It's vital that you do.
Are you trying to ease me into acceptance of a failure, Doctor?
What we've done for you surpasses my hopes. But the success of every surgery depends on two things: medical skill and acceptance on the part of the patient.
Are these your usual terms for such a thing as simple as broken fingers? I don't think so.
Keep your eyes closed. The response in your fingers is 80% correct. The rest will return, but it's going to take practice on your part. You were right about one thing. It was more than just broken fingers. But the thing that you've got to believe is that we've been successful. Because we have. During these weeks of waiting, you
Can I open my eyes?
Absolute belief in music, beauty. You open your eyes, you're going to see something that'll demand a great deal of the sensitivity,
He starts taking his pants
creative
off.
thinking you have as an artist.
No, John.
When you open your eyes, you're going to see my schlonger.
You're gonna see a penis, but don't be alarmed.
This is your new life.
You've always loved penis. And
My
deep-throating
penis. Get cracking.
My penis. His penis. Not her penis, but...
I'm piecing it together.
His penis. I must.
What have you done to my hands?
How am I going to jerk it with these little baby hands?
We've made it possible.
What have you done?
We've made it possible for you to have perfectly good hands.
These are my hands. What have you done?
We've given you hands where you had none. When you arrived at the hospital, we were faced with a tragedy. We didn't accept that. We fought to restore the beauty that was so important to you, and we did. They're strong, normal hands, and your bodies accepted them. Now you must accept them and fight.
Why? Why?
Because it is.
What have you done with my hands?
What you brought to the hospital were no longer hands.
Does this guy have them in his pocket? Oh, a picture.
No, John.
Well, that's less fun.
I mean...
Makes the intern carry around this severed hand in his pocket. Just in case.
No.
You know, doctors don't slap people nearly enough anymore.
This is true.
Thanks, Doc. I always say the best prescription is a slap in the face.
Take hold of my arm.
Bump it.
Take hold of my arm. Both hands.
Bump it now.
Whip it. As hard as you can. The fact that you can even do that proves the muscles work.
Oh boy, Brandon, we're getting more reflex testing.
That proves the nerves are functioning.
He's a
Yay!
look.
That's all you need.
Oh, no, I'm awake.
No, the main character's asleep.
Oh!
While he's being talked to.
What we did in that operating room.
I get it.
Now you can accept or you can quit.
What? What are we doing?
I don't know. It's a bad movie for bad people.
Get out.
Vernon, would you
all
please?
of you.
How dare you give me hands? But
one day this scene will end.
Patience. Exercise. Belief. There's every chance in the world.
And if it doesn't work, I'll come by next month and give you a third hand.
That beauty can once more be created by your surgical freak.
Can.
You're right, Doctor. You were cruel just now. But your bluntness has restored reality for me. I'm just not sure how long it can remain. I suggest you leave now.
Tomorrow we'll talk about that reality.
Man, the left looks like he really needs to take a dump.
He's gonna get, like, fist nipples next, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the natural progression.
I mean, that's, like, when he was tied up, it was just nipples front, so, yeah.
Thank you, I'll call.
How would you feel about fist nipples?
No, I wouldn't like that. No. Not for me.
You couldn't work around it, or...
Let him have his anger and torment for now. I think he'll be strong enough later to accept the fight.
His finger reactions weren't even right.
Yes, they were.
But when you touched them...
I touched the fingers on each hand in sequence at first.
And the
Then I
fist nipples.
deliberately changed the sequence. The finger that reacted was the one he thought should react next. Then I went back and touched the finger, and it moved. It's simply a matter of mental coordination on his part.
Seems so much to expect.
Dina, what we've done has never been done before. It's a triumph for us. But it's got to be one for him, too.
I think I'd better move in here for a while.
He'll need you.
I wonder if there'll ever be a day when he doesn't.
Oh, my God.
Good choice, John. Everybody. John.
We're going to blame this on Brandon.
Screw you, John. How do you find such bad movies? How is...
Please leave me alone.
Great question.
I know how hard it is for you to accept.
We're over halfway through the movie, and there's been no killing.
Yes, he made them come true. Those dreams I've had through the years about something happening to my hands.
Gil's genius has made it possible for your talent to continue.
His genius with a knife in the human body has put on my arms the hands of some man I don't even know.
Is that important if you can play again?
Important?
It's important my sanity could even accept that these aren't mine. His genius has given me hands to feel with. But can he guarantee these stolen chunks of flesh and bone will ever be?
You know, I'd go insane too if I knew that I was masturbating with someone else's hand.
It's you who control your hand.
Really wish they would have given me something other than these gorilla
I want my
hands.
hands.
Makes
They
it
were
really
my life.
weird.
Very
Now I'm carrying the life of
abrasive.
someone I know nothing
You have to
about.
be
And
careful,
you must
let
run
me
again.
tell you.
Otherwise, you're going to peel your banana real easy.
Why couldn't this have happened to that
John's
chap
gone
who doesn't
native
need
with
his
the whole
hands for
gorilla
nothing?
hand
I
masturbation.
only know from Gil that the man suffered too.
Peel your banana is a bad thing. Bad thing.
No, I know. It's just you went with the whole theme
I'm
of
sure he'll fight to maintain it.
gorilla hand, banana, you know,
Gorilla hanana.
granana.
Leave me alone.
Na-na-na-na.
I'm going to stay here.
Ba ba da da da.
This movie's really fucking boring. Na-na-na-na.
Da, da, da.
Super fucking boring. Maybe just let me die.
Right, so what should be happening right now?
I don't know. He got a hand
Obviously, this
transplant.
movie
He's freaking out.
So his hands should be like killing people, right?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Why are we having to tell you this, movie?
Or playing the piano like straight up G.
Stop moping around and either play the piano or kill someone. Preferably both.
Alright, fine, piano, that's...
I guess. B-.
I mean, yeah. You're gonna pass, but barely.
You're gonna pass, but we're not happy about it.
Maybe. Nope, it failed!
Had the hands right on the keyboard, it still failed.
So close. All you had to do is push down.
If he would have died right there, he would have fallen forward and done better than he's doing now.
How did you feel about walking in on someone holding their hands above the keyboard and just zoning
With this
out?
1,000-yard stare.
Oh, yeah.
I'd probably just walk right back out.
Bad healthcare. Oh, damn, I didn't know you could do it like that.
No, they are gorilla hands.
No! They shaved them! They shaved them and they gave them a pedicure!
Oh, hey, baby, you come here often?
Said her voice.
Why, you're a half hour.
Whoa.
Why, Vernon, what a pleasant surprise.
I want to talk to you.
I can't right now.
It's important.
All right, but I only have a few minutes.
You always did have a talent
visual mood.
This is no concern of yours.
Obviously, since our relationship is primarily a social one.
What does that mean?
It must be if you haven't been interested enough to see me during these past weeks.
I called the
I'm sorry,
hospital the
everyone.
following day, left my sympathies.
Very generous
This
of you.
movie sucks.
Vernon, I'm very sorry about your accident, but...
Pain isn't a desirable substitute for laughter and excitement, is it?
Vernon, I've had a great many things to do. I'm also expecting a guest within a half hour.
guest?
So you don't own me, Vernon.
I know.
But I will.
I will own you.
But now I need you.
How interesting. Well, there were times when I needed you. Remember your favorite line? That would be too much like playing a great composition over and over. You had to play many in order to live and grow as an artist.
There's a difference now. I can't explain everything right away, but my life has changed. You've got to understand.
Now
Vernon, if one
I
of your
need
other
help,
women
not
has put
you,
in your
me.
place, I don't see any reason to come crying
When
to
you're
me.
saying
That's
something
not-
like from the heart, do
Yes,
you
there were others. There were others
do
for
that
you too. I don't think
like
either of us
face
had
the
any
opposite
illusions about
direction
that.
of someone?
But for me, you were always the most
No, I think that's just a movie
the
thing.
loveliest.
Okay.
In the back of my mind, maybe I always thought someday.
Vernon, neither of us ever thought that someday. You were always a very exciting, very desirable man. But this attitude in you now, this heaviness, I don't like it at all. I'll be very happy to see you on the old basis, but right now I'd wish you'd go.
What if the old basis has been changed by something I can do nothing about?
I don't like you this way, and I don't like riddles.
What if there won't be any concerts or parties? What if there'll only be me?
Stop it, Vernon. I've never seen you this way, and I don't want you this way.
What if there'll only be me?
Stop it!
Oh,
Answer me!
Let me go. Your hands are breaking my arms. Your hands!
Yes, my hands.
Your hands
The
are
of
breaking my
concerts,
arms.
Parties,
Good
glamour,
God.
excitement. That's what happened when you called to leave your sympathy.
Dude juices up
My
every
hands that
morning.
You knew so well.
They gave him the hands from Clamps from Futurama.
They don't look like my hands, do they?
Or like
They're
the
not.
hands of
My hands were destroyed the night of my greatest concert. But medical science gave me a new pair of hands. Hands from another body so
Strong
that I can
hands.
play again.
Crap!
Yes, Eileen, I may play again.
Nailed
but
it.
I may not.
nailed
What
it.
if there'll only be me?
Sorry,
What will you do
everyone.
if I need your help now more than I need your beauty?
Don't touch me!
Whoa! Holy!
Oh my God!
What was with that deadpan stare?
Wow! How much
Whatever.
gasoline did she go through on a day? Because she went up and was dead in like a matter
Better
of
question.
seconds.
What's the worth of human life in this person's
Take off.
mind?
You too.
Well, he's crazy. He's got
Can you
crazy
have
hands,
emergency?
so he's crazy.
Oh, sure. And when
You're
do I get a chance
crazy?
to get married?
Human
Now, the
life
girl is
doesn't
pretty set
matter.
up already.
There's-
Who ever heard of young doctors getting married? Have to be middle-aged before you can afford to be married.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Come on, Junior. I have a new trick I want to show you with a scalpel.
You know, I've got a boyfriend who's the greatest guy in the world.
Holly, never get interested in a dedicated man. It may look good on the surface, but you can always end up second, no matter how much he feels for you.
Thanks, Gil, for putting it the nice way. She's a lucky girl.
Yeah, still got it.
He just forcefully closes his door and shoves him out.
This must make me look pretty much like a snoop, but I'm sure you understand it's part of my job. I also understand we made a bargain with a time factor that was up a week ago. You see, I'm not without patience.
The main point was I'd give you the complete story as soon as it was possible. You implied you'd trust my judgment.
Yes, I remember, but there's a problem.
I lied.
I have somewhat of a neurotic respect for perfection in my work. I don't like to see
Wait,
assignments
what?
go unsolved. Although I recognize
Erotic?
there's no set schedule for the solution.
Neurotic.
Oh!
Specifically, the fingerprint you
This
gave
movie would
me
be
is
maybe a little
entirely
interesting if he
testing
said
me.
erotic.
You think I gave you a false set.
You're not that kind of a man.
I was just hoping, John.
Checking them through foreign bureaus, but
There's
while
no
we're
more
waiting,
bitter poison than
thought
hope.
there might be something new you could offer to keep my mind at peace.
Trump
Nothing
2020.
I can tell you yet. The human factor that's involved is critical. Trust me a while longer.
Very well.
Thanks.
In the meantime, please remember my wife and children.
When I got back last night, he was sitting.
I don't know. Maybe he's worried that he's just going to strangle everyone in town.
I think he went to sleep either.
He picks up a phone book and just goes door to door.
The death of a woman who was very important to him.
But not his wife and children.
He was more depressed.
When did he leave?
Late this morning. He said he wanted to be alone.
Said something about killing everyone.
He was cruel in the way he rejected me. I'm frightened.
Don't be frightened. It's natural in the beginning.
Your Mr. T necklaces will protect you.
Hate everyone and everything that caused this. He'll be back.
I hope you're right.
In the meantime, I think the separation's good for us. Let's have dinner. We've never done that. I know a little place with violins not far from here. We'll be back early.
Was that a pickup move back in the day? Like just wrapping your hand around the other person? Like, you can't escape. Listen to me.
Maybe.
This is both comforting and
Is Tony Wilder this
horrible.
Yes, sir.
Is he in?
No, sir, but he'll be back in a little while. He went to get some. Dog, isn't that great?
I'm an old friend of his. Used to ride in his cab all the time. I want to talk to him.
I really shouldn't let you in, but...
No, I'm only kind of a bad person, but that kid scares me.
You like dogs? Okay, come on in.
John?
No, don't worry. He's about to get choked out.
I feel like that kid's about to eat the main character.
You had a piano in here all along? Damn you.
Hey, mister, you ever had a dog?
Yeah, a long time ago.
I killed
You
him
were a
and ate
kid
him.
like me, huh?
No, I was a handsome child.
You had a piano once, too? Were you any good?
Just don't eat me, okay?
I'm good, too. Want me
I'll
to
do
play
whatever
for you?
you say.
Well, I'm not bad, honest. I like to play. Dad's never asked to make me. You know a lot about the piano?
He's horrified at that child.
I'll play a real great tune I just learned. It'll make you feel better, 'cause...
It was so easy to abduct children in the early 60s.
Not right now.
He just showed
John
up.
would know.
He just showed up and looked super creepy, and the kid's like, well, come on in. Sure, no one's home. Why?
If you don't like it, I'll quit. Okay?
And they were both killed when we were very small. We ended up with relatives who resented the obligation. So more or less, we banded together for emotional survival.
You both had a great desire for life even then. That's important for him now.
Perhaps. But I think we became too close as a result, too dependent. I had talent too, but his was greater. I used my talent to help him. The whole thing was a calculated plan to bring us independence and freedom. And now, just when we were both reaching a point when we could be truly free.
Dina, nothing's going to be wasted. Don't you see, by going through this, he can become part of a new and even greater kind of beauty. Maybe that's a lot to imagine right now. But eventually there can be no such thing as a permanently defective heart, a permanent cripple, a permanent birth malformation, blindness.
I mean, you're wrong. It's sad that you're wrong.
But from these tragedies, science will be able to sustain and recreate joy for the living.
Maybe in the
And when
future.
people know that a worn
People
out
die horribly
part
every
of their
day.
body can be replaced.
Quit reminding
they'll
me
approach
of how
life itself with a great deal
horrible
of
life is.
3,000 years of research, Dina. And we're just beginning. This is the next major step, and he's the key part of it.
If it had to happen, I thank God we found you. Gil, whose hands are they?
We don't know
That's
yet,
my hand.
but they're strong, normal hands. They might be hands from someone even more talented than Vernon.
But they could be from someone.
Don't let fear drive you into a pit of superstition.
But are we sure the soul really controls the outside? Or is what we call a soul really shaped by our own pleasures or hatreds with the outside? And how they're accepted by the world?
If you love beauty, you conquer handicaps so beauty can live.
And if you don't?
That sentence is
Well, mister, how did you like
pretty
it?
grim if you interpret handicaps one way versus the
You
other.
played very well.
You mean it?
God.
You could be good. Very good if you practice.
Did you practice a lot when you were a kid?
Yes, I practiced a lot when I was like you. But I can't remember many things about being 10 years old.
I drank a lot back then.
Yes. I can.
Yeah. Heavy drinking 10-year-olds. You know,
Are you
it
still any
happens.
good?
I don't know.
Come on and
Yeah, I
try.
have this piano song I like to play called Hulk Smash.
I want to hear you play now. First, you got to take your gloves off. Who ever heard of playing the piano
John.
with your gloves on?
Oh, God, John.
Sure you can. You put them on, didn't you?
Here comes the child choking. Listen, the orchestra
And it
just started
seems
playing a
like
song
he's
called Child
okay
Choking.
with it. Here it comes, everyone. He's decided the child must die. And 3, 2, 1.
Strong hands. Maybe someday I'll have hands like that, so I can play a lot easier.
You know, maybe if you weren't strangling me with your giant adult hands. Oh, man.
Oh, gee.
Devil
Gee, mister, you sure do suck at everything. He's not getting the point.
Gee, mister, it must have been a long time, because you sure can't play now. I think you play the piano, you can't even hit the chords.
Kill the kid!
I will play again. Music is my life, you must say.
Oh, crap. We were joking, everyone. We only like the idea of killing children, not the practice.
I've never known anything else. That's why I'll play again. I must play again. You see that, don't you?
I'm home,
Well, this looks good.
Dog can eat the kid? No, he's gonna definitely eat the kid.
Why is he at this house?
Easy, boy, easy.
Oh, that's the taxi driver. Oh, okay.
Skeet! 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 Skeet, where are you?
Be still. His vision is based on movement.
My hands smell so amazing. Put your fingers in your mouth. Put them in. No, I can't. They're covered in dead boy.
There's nothing more delicious than dead boy.
Dead boy.
Well, maybe just one finger. Here it goes.
Or all of them.
Get them all in there.
Dang it, for a second I thought he was going to fist himself with dead boy.
This time I don't
The
think we have to be
riffraff.
critical.
Well, at least he's not doing it with a scalpel this time.
That's a plus, I guess.
The doctor's learning. Whew.
What's this about do no harm? News to me.
You can open.
It's working, Vernon. It's all working.
Should I say congratulations again, Doctor? To yourself?
Yes.
For your patience. Every finger response was correct. Timing was a little slow, but with this much progress this soon, there's no reason why full dexterity can't return. All you need now is a strong incentive.
That's something you've had for a long time. Yes, Doctor. I think I'll enlarge on your exercises to include the piano. Congratulations.
Dick. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Congratulations.
No, not a...
Ah! Ah! No, don't do it! Ah!
Surrounded by assholes.
I want you and Dina to have dinner.
Oh, it hurts so much. I don't hear what you're saying. Cool.
Time to see again what the outside world and smiling faces look like.
People do not smile around me.
Because they're being choked. Good God, that's where you went?
The happiest place in hell? Whoa! This is... Wow, I both enjoy and hate this.
Brad's a complicated man. Wow, it's both day and night at this carnival.
I know, right? Like my phantom hands. Wait, were bumper cars back in the day just cars? Give me 25 cents, you can get a crash into something.
Give me 50 cents, we'll tie him up to the side of the rink and you can just run him over.
Give me 75 cents. My brother is yours for the night.
Give me $1, I'll meet you out behind the go-kart rink for fun time.
And yes, I do know how to do it right.
I'll go get a chili dog beforehand and everything. Because I'm a gentleman.
Yes, sir, a beautiful throw, a beautiful throw. Here's a smiling little doll to take home with you to remind you of your shining hour.
You take that thing home and you're going to be the one that has to dust it.
So large.
Game of skill. Win yourself a beautiful prize or a tryout with the LA Dodgers.
You know, I know it's probably, obvious to everyone, but just toss the ball at the guy running the stand's face.
I mean, all that gets you.
And go.
All that gets you is kicked out of the carnival.
Pitch, only a warm-up pitch, even the greatest need.
Hey, tuck him under the stand, You grab the novelty Yoda you want. See, that or you deal with this nightmare, John.
Hey, what are you? Some kind of a nut-making butt? That'll be $20, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Forget the sorry. It's a $20, buddy. And if you don't know how to use your hands, stay away from here.
They're hands of a stranger.
Okay, wait a minute. Here's more than enough to take care of the damage.
All right. But I'm still gonna call a cop. That guy is some kind of a nut.
Look, here's some more. Please forget it. He's a patient of mine. Been through quite enough as it is. Give him a break.
More money, please.
But if you can't handle him, buddy, we got a place right down the street that specializes in freaks.
Did he teleport into that?
I believe he did, John.
Wow. They were teleporting hands. Gosh, we shouldn't have fed him all that acid, huh? I guess not.
I don't know, live and whatever. You took your acid, right? Oh, yeah. Me too.
Please don't take me to the carnival again. I'll do anything.
Vernon, you know how proud I am of you. The new attitude you've had since Gil returned.
Are you?
The child you beat and that man you punched.
Remember the night the three of us went out together?
I remember.
It started then, didn't it?
I think it started a long time before that.
Gil's proud of you, too. I told him you've been practicing every day since then. You don't know how important it is to him that he used his skill to bring you a new life.
Yes. They all brought me a new life.
And for me, I think you know how I've come to feel about Gil. I want you to be happy for that, too.
I'm very glad that you've come to mean so much to each other.
Why won't you let me stay on nights that you practice?
You know me at my best. I want you to hear me that way the next time. Besides, you haven't regretted all the time you've been able to spend with him, have you?
All right. I'll wait.
What time will you be back tonight?
11 or 12. Just dinner and a conversation.
Have a good time.
Well, now that she's gone, it's time for a night of villainy.
Gonna go ahead and shut the door on this movie and hope for another possibly acceptable Click movie in the future.
Oh, that's the sound of jazz. Evil jazz.
Oh, they're doing the kissy kiss.
Whoa.
Hey, don't you want to marry me?
Yeah.
Yeah. When?
A year or so, maybe. I can't ask you to live on what I'm making now. I can't even live on it.
I wouldn't mind working. I've done it before.
I'm doing it now. You're paying me, right?
Then why not now?
It's just too rough.
You're too intent on your work.
I admit it. It's the future, Sue, and I've got a chance to be a part of something wonderful. I guess I'm selfish, because I want it to be the right kind of future. For my work, and for us. Don't you understand?
You know I do. It's just that I wish there could be more time for us. I'm not going to stop loving you, Ken. It's just that the nights get lonely out.
Weird, Rob.
Okay, argument over. I'm gonna go slip into something more comfortable.
You. That's how romance works.
You want me to put on the sock suspenders, baby? Oh, yeah.
What's that painting in the background?
No idea.
Like a bridge? We're about to witness drunken sex. The most sloppy and barbaric form of sex. The best form of sex.
Did he just open the door to the hall? Whoa, he did! Shit!
Hall sex is where drama happens, John. It might be the worst movie we've ever riffed.
He was always afraid of becoming a mechanical copy of himself. I know his style so well.
I don't know.
Boring.
Maybe possible. If he's really been practicing and exercising the way you said.
It's one of his more simple pieces. Gil, it must.
What? That movie, yeah! Definitely!
Oh, Vernon, was that you playing?
Oh, I'm sorry you heard. I wanted it to be when I was a little better.
Oh, it sounded wonderful.
It's the only one I've worked on, and it's taken me all these weeks. What does the man who made it all possible have to say?
Ouch, dude.
I'm surprised, but
you told me yourself there was no reason why it shouldn't happen. With exercise, practice.
Yes, I know.
I didn't mean it.
I didn't expect this much dexterity this soon.
Not even when the incentive, the desire to create beauty is strong enough? You did your work well, Doctor.
What?
Now I'm doing mine.
If it's true, there's no one outside you two who could be happier than I am.
Then smile, Doctor. Get rid of that troubled, questioning look. Help us rejoice in the success of our mutual triumph.
Smile for Daddy.
I know what I have to do now.
Please play for us.
It's been very hard to
Play
get
for
this
us,
far, and I
Daddy.
think even the doctor will tell you that it's natural to expect fatigue to set in easily.
Make it soon.
It will be.
Understand one thing. I want to believe.
Then do it, Doctor. Do it because you, too, have the incentive.
Gil.
Quick little make-out sesh in front of my brother. Oh, he likes it. Yep, he's really deeply asleep. Draw the penises on his face.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know he was a close associate of yours. Did you know the girl, too? Tragedies of this kind are always senseless, but I'm afraid I have to press you about the significance behind it.
How can there be any significance to waste?
Some time ago, I read a routine report about a death that occurred in the suburbs. A man came home and found his son dead, apparently as the result of a burglar who was discovered and panicked. The unusual thing was that most of the boy's fingers were broken. Possibly it was the result of a fight, except that the fingers were all squeezed together as if they'd been crushed. The man was an ex-cab driver named Wilder.
Known
You raised
for
the shoe
crushing
part of this
children's
man and left it
fingers.
to friends' hands?
Yep, still dead. We should probably get him in a cooler. Starting to
Done with the
stink.
bookend. If you're thinking it might have been a burglar, forget it. It was calculated. The bookend was placed in the girl's hand to make it look as if she defended herself against a sex attack.
Then you have your answer.
Against a sex attack?
That's rather difficult to believe since the girl was choked to death. A series of tragedies with one thing in common, the human hand. The same thing that brought us together, Doctor.
It's ridiculous to assume that...
Is it? Perhaps if anybody else but your friend had been involved. This is the kind of coincidence that forces me to become less patient. I think I know now what's happened. If I'm correct, it's an amazing piece of surgery, Doctor.
Of course, I've never been correct
Under
before.
the circumstances, I must insist you meet me at my office within a half hour. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this is pure coincidence. Otherwise, it means you failed to control an experiment that could have been of great value. Regardless, both of our objectives are the same.
Oh, man.
Why I wanted you to be the first to hear me play.
Brennan, I've never been so happy.
You won't mind.
Is that a picture of himself playing
I wouldn't care
piano
if
on
it
the
was
wall
a
back there?
fantasy in one octave.
Even though I can play, I'm
Yeah.
still nervous about
Yeah, it is.
about
Yeah.
these hands. Takes all my concentration.
You do you, guy.
Would you mind sitting in the other room just this once?
I'd listen to you from the other end of the world if it would help make you great again.
His white-needed hands of
I want you to remember just one thing.
stranger. His
Tonight I'll
hands
play
were
my
just
greatest
not doing the
concert.
job any
I
longer.
need you to help make it complete.
I'll remember.
Just jerking himself off to the point that it was just him. He needed someone else, but still him.
He needed hand jobs of a stranger.
Thank you, John. Yes.
Now what would? Destroy the very thing I created?
Help him. Any jury will call it insanity. With proper treatment, he can be brought back.
And Ken? And I?
Gil, I was almost as close to Ken as you were. But even his sacrifice can't stop our work. It mustn't.
How stupid I was. What he said
How
about
stupid
it.
you are.
Oh, yes, he had one, all right. Vengeance on everyone he thought destroyed his ability to create music. The driver, Ken.
I think we can take care of ourselves.
Dina. She's with him.
He won't hurt her. She's on his side. We're the enemies.
With a maniac as shrewd as he's become, I won't take that chance.
I'm coming too.
No, you're involved enough. Go home to your security. Try to figure out why it's so hard to find for men like me. And don't make the same mistakes.
Okay. Just hand him to death? Hey, look, it's the guy again.
Are you sure about this?
Weird picture.
He made a special point about it. Tonight, I'll play my greatest concert.
Dina,
Oh, I don't blame you, Gil. How can you blame anybody for this? I just feel numb for all the loneliness and misery he must be feeling inside him.
What's going on? Sorry, dozed off.
He'll wake up eventually, John. There it is. Go back to sleep, please.
Don't look at us like that.
Thank you for remembering what I said, Dina. I was sure I could depend on the audience. Very important part of the concert. Yes, I'm going to play for you, Doctor. I'm used to a great deal of applause after my concerts. And what could be more desirable than applause from the man who made it all possible? There were others, almost as much a part of it as you, who should be here. But I don't think we'd find their applause very enthusiastic now. I did manage to convince one of them, though. We had a long chat on the way down here. Turns out he was very partial to music and my future ability. The only trouble was he didn't mean it. He's only trying to trick me.
Why, Vernon? It was only a matter of time before you would have played again.
Time. Time to cut off these hands and give me others, and others if those don't work. Yes, the doctor has all the time he needs in his laboratory. He can do anything, except give me back my life.
He tried to save that life.
He failed.
How do you know yet?
Shall I show you?
It's too soon.
I said I was going to play for you. I am, now.
How do you think this guy would have taken it
I
if
want
he
you
ended
beside
up
me,
with, like,
because
nubs?
you were always there in the past. You can't go out there.
He still needs
Bad.
Trick.
I might be able to humor him. Still save him. I've got to.
It's too much of a chance. You can't do it.
Then take a gun and go out there and shoot him now.
Aren't you on my side?
Listen. Behold the wonders of medical science and your kind doctor.
It doesn't even look or sound like he's trying.
Doctor. And now mine.
Yeah, that's why he's pissed.
Let her go.
No.
Okay. Movie over. Please, movie over.
Roll credits.
Please, please,
Go on
movie
back.
over.
We'll be all right.
Please, 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 movie over.
The talented Dr. Harding, still in charge. You're right about one thing. I'm not responsible for the loss of your hands.
But not Dr. Hardy.
But I am for this. Like your friend, you imagine yourself a clever psychologist. It won't work, Doctor. You're interested in nothing but vengeance? Beauty is no longer important to you. On the contrary, justice is a form of moral beauty. Or is that too unscientific? I did everything I could surgically, and your body's accepted it. Beyond that, I know I failed you. Your mind couldn't accept. That's very beautiful. What a shame it's only meant to throw me off guard. What do you want? I want you to take another look at your work. Just for this moment, I want to share this triumph with you.
Up! Weird cuddling. But who am I to judge?
like he was shot.
He wants to go down on... Oh.
Was it the sister? Was it the lover? Was it the 1987 Denver Broncos?
Only time will tell, John.
Also, that guy was there.
Have you found out whose hands they are?
Not yet.
Just staring at a corpse.
I think you know we'll have to talk.
It's impolite to be the first person to start wanking it to a corpse in a
Maybe
group.
you'll be able to tell me if we have the right to push it.
They're just waiting it out.
When we believe.
Men like you who aren't afraid to grow. They'll always be the right.
Well, I'll get out of here. This party's kind of died. Boo. Drink it down, baby!
Look at that hand. What's with the weird, like, bump near the wrist?
Was it a prop? Is he gonna, like, pull it out and off?
I'd that
like
would
that.
be less weird than just a bloated hand, yeah. Nope, just bloated hand, everybody. Everybody, look at the weird orange hand.
They gave him an extra elbow about halfway up his forearm.
So, John, how do you feel about vetting these movies before we watch them?
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be a surefire thing. I mean, the premise sounded pretty good. Pianist gets his hands chopped off, gets a crazy guy's hands, goes on a killing spree.
I mean, you can zhuzh up everything, but yeah.
Tell me that does not sound good based on that premise.
Oh no! What I'm saying is you can zhuzh up everything. You know, it sounds not like what we were watching. Something passable, something watchable.
Holy crap, that was so
was
bad.
Not. My God.
Still not the worst movie we've ever watched on the channel.
I mean, it's a good thing that we're adding some variety to the channel. You know, so we are going to be a social experiment, like as of now, with like randomly picking shows. When it comes to watching horrible, horrible crap, like in real time. I mean, we would not watch this a second time.
Nope, that's a one for. Yeah. So, if you stuck around this far, wow, good on ya. Maybe you can go one step further and give us a like and subscribe, maybe a share. And, we'll catch you next time on the Riff Raff. We'll probably have a better movie for you.
We might. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.